Our whole lives were wrapped up in that house. Everything. It's all gone. Everything.
The fire spread across Ventura County with astonishing speed, feeding on vegetation that hadn't burned in decades. Fanned by Santa Ana winds gusting to 60 miles an hour.
The predicted winds that we have been experiencing should be continuing. They continue to challenge us.
Ground crews were on their own much of the day. Aircraft could make water drops only when winds eased. Conditions should improve a bit today.
We're expecting the Santa Ana winds to decrease in intensity, probably looking for gusts around maybe between 20 and 35 miles per hour.
Flames shut down 2 freeways and choked the area with an acrid haze.
Brandon, right here, I got a nozzle!
CAL FIRE says 3,000 homes in Ventura County remain at immediate risk.
There are people out there that you don't even know that just come to your aid. Really, really awesome.
A separate wildfire in the Sylmar neighborhood of Los Angeles gutted 30 homes Tuesday and forced thousands to flee.
I just can't believe here at 65 years old, I gotta start over.
For the Weather Channel, I'm Jen Carfagno.
Yeah, it's hard to believe a lot of people experiencing fire where they've never had it before. So you've got many people out there that don't have fire insurance. So nightmare scenario. We do have a newer fire this morning that developed over near the Getty Museum and now donned the name Skirball Fire. We're going to have some video to share that with you. Plus the 405, that really well-known busy expanse that rolls right through the LA basin. You can see right now it's been brought to a standstill. They're going to stop that because of all the visibility hampered to the point where there is no visibility. So a lot of these cars are going to have to turn around, going to have to move out of there as the flames continue just to permeate many of the hillsides. What a nightmare. The wind has been just relentless at times. You heard during the story, Jen was talking about some of the winds approaching 50, 60 miles an hour. Santa Ana's. Unreal. So let's go ahead and dive into the forecast and show you some of the graphics that we have. This is the view that we have from space. Isn't it amazing? Prevailing winds coming out of the interior, racing out to the coastline, and you see it just like a billows, just pushing all that smoke out to the Channel Islands, just covering them all up altogether. And there are many fires. You know, we just mentioned the recent one, but we have others that have been burning for quite a while. Thomas, Rye, Creek, Wilson, even Little Mountain. And I'll tell you, I would not be surprised if we see more of these develop. The wind picking up many of those small, gosh, a single spark can be traveled miles through the air, then landing on other vegetation, and then boom, pops up once again. Whitaker Peak, some of your wind gusts approaching 40 miles an hour. Burbank, down in the valley at 60. Camp 9, they've been strong. Camarillo, along the 101, they've been strong too. And this is the big engine that makes so much of it work, this big ridge of high pressure. And remember, with a ridge, area of high pressure, northern hemisphere, winds spin clockwise. So once they roar through these high mountain passes, those air molecules tend to really compress. It kind of warms things up. So you have already this dry foliage. The grasses, the chaparral, the pine. What a hot mess. You've got this onshore flow. The winds are going to increase, as we mentioned, through the valleys, just like if you're walking through New York City in a windy day. If you're out towards the water, the wind is strong. But if you go to lower Manhattan with those tall buildings, the wind accelerates. Well, the same principle is going to be applied in the landscape that you have through Southern California. If you look at this, we've got kind of a candy corn sort of color. Notice where you have that mustard color. That's where it's elevated. That includes parts of San Luis Obispo County and into Santa Barbara County. From Paso Nuevo, clear over to places like Santa Clarita and back to Los Angeles, even Pasadena out by the Rose Bowl. That is where it happens to be extreme. More on this story, more on your lake effect after this.